Hi guys, hello everybody, hello, welcome back to our channel. And pardon the lights, it's not really bright. And it's only like 5 o'clock in the morning right here, Philippine time. Um, Sunday, so actually I haven't sleep yet. So tired, so tired. But I want to share with you our journey, our trip from the US up to here in the Philippines. It was actually, especially for those who wants to travel in the Philippines, this probably also, um, what do you call that? This also an idea or an advice, whatever you call it, or additional information. So anyway, as we all know, we're still on a COVID restrictions, so there's a little bit, but it's not complicated. It's no longer like that. It's actually been quite easy. Our personal experience, our trip, our journey was actually pretty quite good. So yeah. So anyway, let me tell you a little bit story about our trip from the US out to here in the Philippines. So we what do you call that? Our flight was 7:20 in the morning, Friday US time. It was 7:20 in the morning. Sorry guys, I'm still tired, exhausted, having to sleep, but I just feel like I want to share this with you. So anyway, our flight was Friday, 7:20 a.m. in the US time. So that pretty much like 7:20 or 8:20 in Friday in Philippine time. I don't want to confuse you. Let's just, I'll just mention which country that I'm basing the time with. So anyway, so yeah, our flight was 7:20 a.m. Friday U.S. time. So we have to leave because the airline advised us to be there 3 hours before the departure time. So we have to be there like 4:30 in the morning. So because we're traveling from Farnham to Richmond, which is a little over an hour drive, so we left home at 3:30 in the morning. So and then imagine how early was that. So obviously I had to wake up so early. I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I did sleep. So yeah, I did had some sleep. But anyway, I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning, get everything ready to make sure that we're not leaving the house completely a mess. So I want to wake up so early to get all things done and organized. So yes, we left at 3:30 in the morning. We arrived over at Richmond Airport at around like 4:30. Yeah, we arrived at 4:30. And then we check in. Daddy has to be with me when we check in because I'm traveling with minor Jonathan. So if you're traveling internationally, you have, and then you're bringing your child without the father or without the mom, just one parent, and it's a minor, you have to have a consent that the other party or your partner or the other parent are agreeing and allowing the child to travel with you outside the country. So in our case, since we didn't have a letter, we didn't have the consent paper, notes, whatever. So daddy has to be with me to travel, to check in the airline. Sorry guys, I'm still a little blurry, so just bear with me. So when we check in, daddy actually mostly deal with them and things like that at the counter of the airline. Our airline was Korean airline. So they it's a little bit obviously this was the first time I flew with a Korean airline, and probably the ground steward that deal with us doesn't really have so much information about my situation, because obviously I'm a Filipina, born natural, whatever, and I'm a British citizen now, because I live in the UK for for a few years. So I'm a British citizen. I don't have a Filipino passport anymore. So when we check in, they ask us if I have a return ticket flying back to the US, which I didn't have, because our ticket, we only book our flight one way. So if you are a foreigner traveling to the Philippines, if you are under a visa waiver, you're only allowed to stay in the Philippines for 21 days. Yeah, 21 days, 30 days, something like that. And then you have to have a return ticket before those days before the day that before 21 or 30 days that you're allowed to stay will be expired. So anyway, sorry, just bear with me. So anyway, yeah, they asked our return ticket, me and Jonathan, but obviously we didn't have, because we're planning to stay there. We're planning to stay in the Philippines for 5 months, and we're not quite sure exactly what date we're going back home to the States, because we are going to fly back with Daddy, and obviously Daddy is working, so he needs to kind of schedule when he's coming back. But definitely we're staying for 5 months, just don't really know yet exactly what date. So anyway, so we explained that, and he says, the ground steward says, well, you have to have a return ticket. And I try to explain. I says, no, I'm not, because I'm underprivileged of a balikbayan. That means, as a former Filipino, I'm entitled to stay in the Philippines for 1 year without the visa or without the return ticket. And that's covered as well with my family that's traveling with me. That means Jonathan is also entitled to that. Because obviously Jonathan is American citizen. He has no other citizenship, just American. So I says that covers him too. So he wasn't really sure or he probably didn't believe me. So he went and checked to supervisor, whoever he asked, to make sure that I'm allowed to travel to the Philippines without the return ticket. That, because that's one of the requirements to travel to the Philippines. You have to have a return ticket if you're a foreigner, if you're a tourist or something like that. So anyway, we stayed a little longer over there than the usual. And I have one luggage, just kind of excess luggage. So it's just so much going on. But anyway, everything was all sorted out. And then if you're traveling to the Philippines, it's still required, if you are unvaccinated or partially vaccinated, which means one just shot, you are required to have a rapid antigen test negative. And if you are a vaccinated, obviously you just the normal thing. You just go in there and just show your vaccination card. So that's all pretty much. So anyway, so we got all things sorted, and Daddy took us to the gate for us to get in, and obviously he can't go far beyond that. So we say our goodbye and things like that. And it was honestly, I was really excited for our vacation, but at the same time I was quite sad, because we are leaving our daddy, and me and Jonathan are traveling. And Daddy was the same too. When it's about time to say goodbye, when it was time to say goodbye, Daddy was kind of actually teary, And I think, he was holding it not to kind of cry because of Jonathan. But my little man is so smart. He understands. He knows. So he was kind of crying too, but he was holding it. But I saw the tears, on his eyes, and I was just kind of comforted. I never had a chance to actually feel anything because I was trying to kind of comfort the both of them, and so anyway, that's after that Daddy left and we check in, and Jonathan was really really good. The whole journey he was really good. He never complained. He was so patient. Even actually I could say, personally that he's comfortable because, we got really spacious leg room, because Daddy arranged our seat. When he booked our flight, he also made an arrangement for our seat arrangement. So where we're gonna sit and things like that, so we will be able to be very comfortable. All right, let's grab something to eat. Right, big boy? So anyway, Jonathan, he slept, because he can lay down. He was able to lay down, he slept and things like that. But anyway, so he was really good the whole time. He didn't complain. A couple of times actually he looked at me because we were walking. We had 3 hour, over 2 hours layover, to JFK, to catch the flight going to Korea. But we have to change the terminal, so it's a kind of long walk, and I was carrying 3 hand carry. They're not that heavy, but once you're carrying them for a long period of time, they become really heavy. So and Jonathan says, "Mommy, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I'm just a little boy, I'm just a little kid, and they're too heavy for me." And kind of like touches me, and it says, "It's okay. Mommy can take care of them. I can even carry the whole world, for you, because you've been so good to Mommy. You never complain." He was never whiny. He was just doing his own things, playing, things to keep him occupied. anyway, so overall, our flight, our journey was actually pretty good. Korean Air, I would recommend that. They're really good. The stewardess, they're sweet, they're kind. The only thing about it, obviously, Korean airline are still on a strict about wearing masks at the inside the airplane. So you have to wear mask at the airplane the whole journey. So but once you get off, you're allowed to take it off. So anyway, and then one thing more, because from JFK, from New York to Korea, it was 14 and a half hour flight. It's long, 14 hours and a half. So we had a good food, good meals, and most of the passenger was Korean too. They're really good people. They're nice people. They saw that a little one, and the compartment, they're kind of high for me. And there was a young man. There's a young gentleman. He actually been helping me taking off stuff over there. And the one in the same row with me and Jonathan, it was so nice. Every time Jonathan tried to lay down, he will get up and try to get things for him. They're really good. Our journey overall was really good. It's tiring because I never sleep. I haven't sleep. I didn't sleep the whole journey. I will just try to close my eyes. Usually I would just close my eyes, try to rest it, but no, I can't sleep, especially with little one. I want to make sure he's comfortable, he got what he need and things like that. Although, as it says, he never bothered me, but I don't know, I just feel kind of protected, make sure that he's okay and he's with me, that I'm not taking my eyes off him and things like that. And you can watch your own TV anyway. I think I only watch a couple of movies, and that's pretty much it. I just wanna get the time fast, so we'll be landed in Korea and then connecting flight to the Philippines. And then when we are in Korea, we got delayed, 30 minutes delayed in our flight from JFK to Korea. And then we only have an hour connecting flight to Korea to Philippines. So when we landed, it was so rushed. I mean, boom, boom, boom. They even called us, because when we landed in Korea, our plane going to the Philippines is already boarding. So, and then obviously once you go to Korea, once you landed in Korea, you have to check in again. Not your whole luggage, but you got to check in again, show your passport again, because it's Asia, connecting, I don't know, but something like that. You got to check in again, go through with the process, accept the luggages is already checked in, because you're going to get that and pick that up in the Philippines in your final destination. So anyway, yeah, we were rushing, and as I says, because I got Jonathan, he's a minor, he's a little boy. We got that privilege. So when they saw that I'm with Jonathan, that I'm traveling with little one, they're so helpful. They took us in airport car or something like that, or a cart. So they took us over there, and then they make sure they assess us and everything that we needed. Actually, it started from Richmond Airport, because I'm traveling with Jonathan. We always boarding first, and then in line, everything, it was just really good. Somehow that's advantage when you're traveling with the kids, that you go first. And then when we land in Manila, in Philippine Airport, Manila International Airport, in the Philippines, there's a long line too, because I think there's more airplanes that landed pretty much at the same time with us. So it was a long line actually. And when we get there, they check our QR code. They will ask you if they will ask your vaccination card, and if you're not vaccinated, they will ask the result of your rapid antigen test. So that's kind of actually easy. You'll just show it to them. They will just verify if they are real or genuine. And then you go through with then you have to go in line in immigration, which is they're gonna check your passport, they're gonna stamp your passport, and everything like that. So, and it was a huge long line, and I know my family was already waiting outside, and I'm so exhausted. I'm carrying two hand carried me. I'm so tired. I was so tired. So, but the ground staff over there, they says, "Mom, you don't need to go online. You just go over there on this side. You got a little one. Just go straight." I didn't need to go line. So we just go straight in there. It's a pass. So fast lane, but there's hardly in that lane. So me and Jonathan just went in really fast. So I'm really grateful. I'm really thankful. Then we collect our luggage, and I got like 4 luggage, big ones. So somebody help us as well, and until we get out and meet my family outside. So excuse me. So that's pretty much it. Maybe I skip or I miss something. I'm so tired, but maybe if I remember something, I will just cover that to my next vlog. So guys, thank you for watching, and please continue watching our vacation, our trip, our whatever here in the Philippines. So welcome to the Philippines. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.